Wolfpack, assemble! What's going on? It's TC and welcome to the Remix Series 1 Episode 2. In this series, I'll be doing a remix from start to finish in full. Firstly, if you're new to the Wolfpack, a very warm welcome. And if you're not, welcome back. If you find any of the information in this video useful, please smash the like button. If you're not already part of the community, part of the Wolfpack, hit that subscribe button to receive notifications every time I upload some fresh new information. Also, don't forget to check out my samples and presets for Serum, Vital, Massive and FMA. Check out my t-shirts and hats. Follow my Anthems playlist on Spotify. Follow my Twitter, Instagram and Facebook, links in the description. So today is drum recording day. I am going to record some drums from a drum kit through a microphone, through an interface, into the computer, and then maybe some editing if I've got time at the end of the video. So let's get started. I am going to get this drum kit set up in the garage. I was going to put it in here, but I just don't think there's enough space. Let's get this drum kit set up for drum day. Time for some breakfast. This is my very messy garage. As you can see on the ceiling, I've got loads of acoustic treatment. There's not much reverberation. It's a bit of a mess. In the corner here is my drum kit. Let's get started setting this up. I don't know quite how I'm going to get the room, but I'm going to have to move some stuff around. Heater is on because it is freezing. And let's go. Let's get this drum kit set up. I'm excited. I'm actually getting excited again. Yesterday, I didn't manage to do any recording. I did manage to record a video with Jake's, but I had to kind of tidy up a bit in here. It was a real mess. You can tell it's kind of a mess in here now, but it was crazy messy. So I'm gonna get this set up. Let's eat the beat. The heater's feeling good now. Got some heat. Right, so I made a bit of space. I don't know if that's gonna be enough space. We'll get it set. All the bits for the drums are in this box here. Let's start stacking drums. Let's go. Got my trusty snare. I gotta work out now which way round this is gonna go. I got the snare stand here. It's been a while since I used all this lot. Let's get it sorted. I might have to go and get a set of gloves. Nice, I'm gonna get some gloves. I got some gloves! Alright, check this bad boy out. This is my chainsaw. Chainsaw! So I've got the snare, we've got the kick. Got the kick pedal here. I hope there's gonna be enough room in here for everything. It's much better having some gloves. Oh gosh! Now time to put the hats together. I'm actually stoked. The thing you get from recording drums yourself is just the most beautiful, clean sound. And it's not a break that everyone else has used. It's just yours and it's amazing. It's your own sound from your own drum kit, your own microphones and whatever other flavors you're gonna put on your drums. Can you tell I'm vibing? I got my hat, I got my kick, I got my floor tom, snare. Now I just need to set up the cymbal and we're going to try lots of different techniques on these drums to get some sounds that are new sounds for this remix. That's the cymbal stand ready. Nice. Nice. Let's get all this all positioned up. I'll get a chair and then I'm going to need 2 microphones and my recorder and we'll do some testing. Woo! I got a dining room chair because I do not own a drum stool. What I'm going to do is just sit down and then see how it feels and then move things around so it's comfortable. Onwards, let's go! So this is the recorder that I'm going to use to record the drums. This little Tascam, going to take that now. It's got 48 volt phantom power. That's the recorder, let's get it on. Putting this much time and effort into recording drums has got to be putting some magic into the sound. Like, there's got to be some magic coming through in the tunes. It's just got to be. It's this kind of effort that really brings that extra bit to your productions. And even if it doesn't sound better, at least it sounds like you. Microphone selection. In this box is a few microphones. What do we have? Let's have a look. In here I've got SM58, 57, some yoga thing I picked up, 2 of these NT1As, really like them. And then they've got a power supply for a valve mic. These are all connections and stuff. Pop shield for the U87. And today we're going to be using the U87. So that is one of the mics I'm choosing for today. We will carefully place that upon the snare. And then there's another mic which I'm going to use for the kick drum, which is this. A D112. So I'm going to record the kick on the left hand side and the snare on the right hand side. But on this recorder, because it's designed for the film industry, you can do dual mono. So that's what I'll be doing. The D1112, sick mic. And I'll show you the U87 in a second. So that is the microphones we're going to use today. There may be a little bit of changes if I feel different flavors coming on. 2 cables today, XLR to XLR and 1/4 inch to XLR, because that's what I can find. I think that's going to work. Yeah, 2 cables. So let's get these mics set up. Final tweak of the drum kit, get it in the right area, and then do some test recordings to get levels and see how we get on. Got these cables tied off here just so that if I chip over them, they're not going to pull the recorder off the table. Always a good thing. I have filled up the kick with acoustic foam, and then I've just stuck the D112 into the kick drum. Here it is. And then you'll probably, I don't know if you'll be able to hear, but when I hit the kick beater, it should be a little bit more damp. That's a good solid kick drum sound. Okay, so next I'm going to set up the microphone for the snare. So that is the U87 set up, ready for the snare. Crispy sound. So I'm going to get started on recording now and just record some stuff and see how it is sounding. Got the SD card. So we've got levels, but it's saying my battery's low, so I need to go get some more batteries for this thing. I got batteries. All this effort just to get some drums on a tune, huh? So I've done a little bit of recording, and the snare is like way too like ringy. So I'm going to do something about that by grabbing a record sleeve and just placing it over the top of the top skin, and that should give it like that woody dub snare that I'm looking for. So I've actually just settled on a bit of paper. Seems to do the trick just perfectly. So I might go for trying some recording, taking it into the studio, have a little listen to how it sounds, maybe move some stuff around, come back and re-record. So it turns out I didn't record any of that, so I'm going to record it all again. I mean, it's just the first test record, so it didn't record any of it, but I'm going to go in and record it again. So the idea is really to just get as many little hits as you can, and you can always reorder them. And if there's like one really good break in there, then you can just use that and chop it up as much as you want. So I'm not the greatest drummer, I admit that. I'm really not the greatest drummer, but I can knock out the pieces of like breaks that I need in order to re-edit them to make them into breaks later. All right, cool. I'm gonna go check these out now. Let's try this again. So it's the next morning, it's 8 in the morning now. I've been up since 6. Yesterday's drum session was pretty good. I didn't get much recorded, but I got the full setup ready in the garage. This is what I managed to record. So I'm back in Ableton just to do the edits on these drums to start off with. So there's 2 tracks. I basically copied in the same track into this project, and what I'm doing is soloing the left on this one and soloing the right on this one. So this is the kick track, so the microphone that's plugged into channel 2. Let's have a listen to that. And this is the top end. And that's them both together. So I'm kind of doing some like pre-processing before, I guess at the moment what I'm really doing is just listening to the sound of the drums, because I'm going to listen to it on the speakers here and then make some decisions about positioning drums around that room to essentially change like the mix of the drums. So if you move like the hat a little bit further away, or you put something between the hat and the microphone, you can then adjust the levels of the different drums. So it's like doing a mix down, but in like real space. So I really like the fact that my cymbal was at arm's length and quite a long way from the microphone. It's actually brought a good sound. That's the more kind of cymbally beat. And then I feel like the hat is a little bit too loud. So let me just take you through what I've got on this post-processing. I've got a de-esser actually on the snare microphone, just taking off a little bit, quite a lot actually, of the hats really. And then I've got this EQ here and I'm boosting a lot of top end. So that's what it sounds like without it. So I'm just basically rebalancing this microphone. The Neumann U87 has a tendency to be quite dull. Just DS and EQ. These things always change, so it's not always the same. And I'm always experimenting with different stuff. And then on the kick track, I've just got this channel strip here, and I'm just raising up. I'm adding quite a lot of 100 hertz, and I've got a high pass filter here at 80 hertz. So just little changes and tweaks. And I've actually got a master track on here as well with clipping and a bit of compression and another EQ, just adding a bit more sort of body and tops. The idea will be master these drums out, and I almost feel like it'd be a good idea to record them onto cassette tape and then back into the computer at some point when I'm a little bit further down the road. So it's almost like it's a slow process. It does take a lot of time, but it really is worth it at the end of the day. What I'll probably do is create a contact instrument with all the drums, and then that allows me to create drum breaks from there. I'll also probably do some tuning of the drums as well. So that will be episode 3. So that's the end of episode 2 of the remix. In episode 3, I'm going to be doing some more recording. Episode 4 is probably going to be editing those drums, and then we can start getting into really making this remix happen with the sounds, getting it all put together. If you found anything in this video interesting, please don't forget to hit the like button and really smash the subscribe and hit the bell for notifications so you can keep up to date with all that's new from me. Thank you so much for watching, and let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you have any ideas for future videos, please let me know. I read all your comments. A massive big up to all the WOLFPACK, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.